Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another edition of the Free Exchange of Ideas with Donovan and John. We are here to help you out. Now, let's just get to it.
Hi guys, thanks for coming back. Today we're going to do what we like to call the Free Exchange of Ideas FYI. And what that means is we're going to do little 5 to 10 minute vignettes. This one might run a little bit longer, I'm not really positive. These are for little things, like today we're going to do EDC, which is everyday carry. We also like to do little things like, I don't know, electrical fixes, changing a wall socket or something like that. Easy stuff that we can do in 5 or 10 minutes. All right, welcome back. So this is everything that I carry in my pockets every day. But like a Boy Scout, I am almost always prepared. So let's start with the simple stuff. This right here, ignition key to my car on a monkey fist. I love that thing. And then my wife actually bought me this monkey fist, which is really, my wife's pretty cool, dude. Let's just be honest. So I was just throwing it on the single ignition key because really when I go to the car, it does everything I need it to do for the car. This is my other key ring, which is on a carabiner, as you can see. And it has, of course, the key to my vehicle, the key to my wife's vehicle, a key to a lock at work, a key to doors at work, my home key, and everybody should have this little doohickey right here, a handcuff key. And then on this side is my toys, basically. Another handcuff key, you should always have a spare. This is a thermometer from REI. I have no idea how long I've had this, to be perfectly honest. I honestly don't know. This is a little tiny multi-tool, which I kind of dig. It has a pry bar here and a nail puller right there. Actually, I'm going to turn it over so you can see it better. It has a measurement right here. This is from, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to bring it to me to see it. Key part, that's what it's called. From Mocha Tool, M-O-C-A Tool. So I don't think I can even get that close enough to get a good focus on it. But it has a couple of little things that are really, really nice. That bottle opener, and I think it's a 6, 8, and 10 maybe millimeter wrench. And there's this thing, which is from SOG, S-O-G, Special Operations Group, or whatever. It's a little tiny knife. Little tiny knife. The neat thing about this is it is a locking knife. So there's a little push button here. Push that, and it closes. You leave it open, you can't close it without pushing that button. Make sure you get your fingers out of the way because that is fairly sharp. And then what is the other thing on here? Oh yeah, and then this little tiny knife. This is literally just a letter opener, basically. Look how tiny that is. But the thing about it is it doesn't lock open. It does not lock open all the way. So you want to keep that kind of separated like that. And those are my keys. My wallet, which is, I love these things. They're what do you call them? Elastic bands around it that hold all your cards, your driver's license, insurance card, whatnot, and a little bit of cash on this thing. I love that. Up here, I have a standard Altoid tin box. It has my little card. I don't know if you can read that. Probably shouldn't if you're a child. I probably should have said something first, but nonetheless. And then there's a little piece of cloth in here if I need to make char cloth, or if I need to grab something up and just kind of keep it that way. That's what that's good for. There's a little lighter in here. I don't smoke anymore, but I have a little lighter. This reminds me of the old Cricket lighters. I don't know who makes it. The paper was torn off and there's no name on it, so it's probably basically a no name. It's refillable too, by the way. There's a little screw there to refill it. I have never had to refill this because, like I said, I quit smoking way before I got this lighter. The neat thing about this is this little white button right here. Can you see that okay? It's a flashlight. It's not a great flashlight, but if you're out in the driveway in the middle of the night, it's not bad. And then I have my, these are my Samsung phone headphones. I don't wear them very often. And then, also in this pocket, I have this right here, which is a cloth from Costco for my glasses. Awesome. These are great. Little things that you can carry with you all the time. And then this has a Fresnel lens in it, which I like to just, to keep me, if I need to start a fire or look at something, bigger, it helps. Because my eyesight's piss poor anyway. And those two things, these three things go in my right chest pocket. This is another Altoids tin, and all it has in it is two USB cables. One is a USB-C and one is a USB micro. I have them because I have both of those things in my stuff. So that's my extra. I have a bunch of those cables in other things, but this is in case I'm away from my vehicle. I have those that I need if I need them. This pen, this is probably one of my favorite pens. It is a kind of a take apart toy. I wouldn't call it a spinner toy basically, but it's got an icebreaker, a glass breaker on it, and then this is a, I don't know. I just have it on there. And then the pen actually works, and I'll show you that in just a second. Let me put this back in here real quickly. Let's see, and then the pen is, whoop, went the wrong way. There it is, right there. All right, it's a great pen. It has a lot of weight to it. It's a pretty hefty little piece of equipment, and I have a black one as well, but this is the one I'm carrying right now. I like this one. Yeah, I showed you that. And then this is my notebook, which I keep with me all the time because I take tons of notes for no good reason or for work or whatever. This one has actually not been used that often, but the notes that I do have in it, as you can see, can be kind of extensive. So there you go. That's my left front pocket right there. This is my work wallet. It has all of my permits and licenses in it for what I do for a living now. And I like it because it has this little flap here, and you can, do that kind of thing. This goes in my back. This goes in my back pocket, my back right pocket. And then this is a full-size handkerchief from Have a Hank. I don't know who that is, but I bought it at 7-Eleven. I think it's very inexpensive. And then it also has a pair of latex gloves in it. This is specifically in case, because I drive 100 miles a day, just my commute time, and so I use this to, in case I see an accident or something, or I see somebody injured, I can make a triangular bandage out of this, a sling, or I can wrap it around the leg and use it as a tourniquet. And the gloves are in there in case there is a lot of blood, then I can protect myself and protect them from my hands, whatever's on my hands. Yeah, so now we're over here. This is a multi-tool in a Gerber magazine carrier. I apologize. This is a military Gerber magazine carrier. And I bought it because, I have it because it's, really, really sticky Velcro. Very nice. And it works great. It works way better than the original bag that this came in. And this in here is the Gerber suspension. I love this little tool. It has a bunch of little tiny tools on the outside. Pretty much what you expect from this type of tool. If I can get to them. Here, we'll do it this way. So it has a Phillips screwdriver, very narrow, very shallow, and a flathead screwdriver, big flathead screwdriver, a knife with actually a pretty sharp edge on it, very nice, and then a saw of sorts. It's got this is a pretty heavy saw, wood saw on this end, and then on the other side we have the scissors, which fold back like that. That's kind of cool, and they are spring loaded, which is really nice. The bottle opener, can opener, the bottle opener here, can opener here. This is the sharp end to open a can. And then there's this very tiny screwdriver, flathead screwdriver here, and then there's this serrated knife here. It's not super sharp. As you can see, I'm running my thumb down. Oop, that was a mistake. Yep, got me. Trying to show off. There you go. So anyway, there's that, and then this part. Oh, I forgot the little lanyard tool right there. That's pretty cool. And then I fold it open like that, and this is also spring loaded, which is a godsend when you're doing this kind of thing. When you're doing, these kind of things, you got to do it with one hand. That really makes a big difference. And then it folds back together like that, and it goes back in here like so. And that goes on my belt on my right hip. Then there's this thing. I love this little leather pouch kind of deal. As you can see, I also have another knife in here. This is not meant for defense because it's difficult to get out of there. But this is a Kershaw, and it's a flipper. That's what I like about it. One of the things I like about it. It's kind of stiff in here, but once you get it going, it's really nice. And it is a liner lock, like that one, also a liner lock. I don't know, did I show you that blade? I apologize. Let me do that real quickly. Also a flipper. This one has the half serrated blade with the half drop point blade, I think is what that's called. This can be done, and this is also a liner lock knife. It can be done with that or with the flipper, which is actually kind of cool. Okay? This is a Steinbrook. My wife bought this for me. I just love her to death. She loves me more than I could tell. It's rather heavy, which is kind of neat because it has the glass breaker on the end here. That's one of the reasons I think that it's heavy. You want to have some weight behind this little glass breaker. You don't want to just shove it in there and then push, because that forces you to put your weight into it, and then unfortunately a lot of times you end up following that into the glass. You don't want to do that. And then it also has the seatbelt cutter right here. So yeah, and I love this knife. This is just a fun knife. It's a great pocket knife because it has all these tools on it, and it has some weight to it, and you can really do a lot of damage with it to a piece of wood, or if you're trying to get ready to set up a fire, you can fire stick it. I mean, you can feather a stick real nicely with that. I don't usually carry a knife with the serrated edge as well, but I just really like this knife, and it's a very strong blade. Keeps a very nice, as you can you might be able to see that, keeps a pretty nice blade on it. That was my fault, kind of dumb. Okay, and next we have this little flashlight. This is a stream light. The neat thing about this is, I'm gonna point this at the camera so you can see this. There's that light, and then there's, if you do it quickly enough, which I'm not doing, I'll do it right now. There's bright, and then there's the half light, and then if you continue to push down, it locks it into that half light. So you can lock it at bright, and then you can lock it at the dim, which is very nice, very nice. And it weighs nothing. The neatest thing for me about this is this right here. That is a micro USB charging port. It only takes a couple hours to charge it from completely dead, and I will open this part and show you the battery that's in here, because it can be replaced pretty easily. And this is actually a battery from Streamlight. I think it's a AAA size, so if you had to, you could drop a AAA in here and you'd be okay for a few hours. I think if you go on high light, or high lumens, I think it is, then it probably lasts about 2 or 3 hours constant use. But I've had this on the last charge. I use this literally every morning to go from my house to my car, and it's still, well, you saw, it's still very, very bright. I love this thing. And then there's this multi-tool. This is the SOG multi-tool, and it has the bits, and so I think it's called the SOG bit driver or something like that. I like this because, again, all the stuff is outboard. The Phillips in this one is deeper and closer to, sorry, I'll do it this way, closer to center line. So it's not quite as good as the Gerber center drive, but I mean, that puts you much closer to center line. So when you're turning the screwdriver, you're not, trying to go up and down with it. And then of course there's a small screwdriver there, and the bottle opener and can opener. Can opener there, bottle opener. And over here is the can opener, flathead screwdriver. Bottle opener, flathead screwdriver. And then this file. 2 different sides, or actually 3. And this is more like a hacksaw side right here. It's very rough. You don't want to use it on your nails or anything. Like, you could use this on your nails or this side on your nails, but you don't want to do it here because that's actually a very, very rough, like I said, hacksaw level, pretty much. And then the neat thing is these 2 little, I don't know if you can really see those, the 2 little tabs right here. 1 and 2. You pull that down, everything closes. And same on the other side. It's the same principle over here. And on this side there is a large, short, flathead screwdriver. This is actually pretty neat. I love this thing. With a very good blade on it. I'm not going to do that again today. And then there's this little tiny screwdriver head. I have not found another use for this, but what I use it for is to I use it to poke the hole in the toilet bowl or toilet roll holder at work, so I can get it out of the thing and change the toilet roll, because nobody else will do it. And then there's this blade here. I like this blade. It's very small, very thin, very sharp, and works great. I'm actually super pleased with these tools. And then, of course, there's the fold open. Now, this is not spring loaded, so you gotta, it's not going to go back away from you. You got to do that with your pinky or whatnot. But it's pretty solid. The bits for this fit in here. You can see that. It's a gear drive on the outside, riveted faces. Pretty nice. But the bits fit in there, and you hold it tight. Now, the idea of the bits is a really neat idea. The fact that the bits are not really beastly, they're not very strong, and they will twist out of a screw or a star pattern bolt. If you have to torque, this is not the tool that you need. You need an actual screwdriver or bit driver kind of thing. But if you just need to do like a couple of screws on a wall socket or something, this is your tool right here. It's very, very nice, very easy to use, and this piece right here is just rock solid. I mean, I am super happy with this piece right here. So that's everything that I have on me, and these of course go back into this. I don't know if I was telling you this before or not. This is a very, very small knife. This catcher is reversible, so you can put it on this side. So if you're left-handed, you can put it right there and you're good to go. The thing I like about this best, like I said, it is a flipper. It doesn't have a little nocks on it, so you can't do it any other way. I suppose you could. And it's the, what do you call it? The liner lock. So it does lock open. But if you do that, see, mine is still a little stiff because I don't use it very often. But I do love this knife. I bought it because it's a Kershaw, because I've always wanted one. And this was rather inexpensive. I think we got it at the Tractor Supply store, which is actually pretty neat. I love that store. I'm a pig for those things. And that also goes right in here. And the what you call is very tight. And then of course the flashlight goes all in here under these two things. This goes on my left hip on my belt. Now, just to let you guys know, one little trick that I learned a long time ago, and I don't have it on the table now, I'm sorry, is I have a second wallet. It has a $10 bill in it, and it has some old cards and an old driver's license, which I'm going to actually like fake and put in there. I haven't done that yet, so I don't carry it with me very often. And the one thing you'll probably notice right here that I don't have out here is my handgun. I don't carry my handgun because I live in California, and I am not currently working as a open carry security officer. So I don't carry it. That's it. That's everything that I carry daily. So there you are. If you think I'm carrying too much, or you think I'm not carrying the right things, or whatever, leave us a comment. We appreciate that. Like, subscribe. If you like this content, subscribe. We're going to do more of this kind of thing along with everything else that we do. All right, we also have a podcast on Anchor called The Free Exchange of Ideas. Go there, check us out. If you like that, like, subscribe, and comment. We love that stuff. We love to answer, all of your questions to the best of our ability, obviously. I mean, again, we're not doctors, we're not traders, financial traders. We're not, super educated. We just like stuff. We like space, we like stuff, we like toys, we like laptops, all that stuff. Thank you very much for watching. See ya!
Well, I'm Donovan, and John's here with us today. Thank you for joining us for the Free Exchange of Ideas, and we'll see you next time on the next show. See ya!